Kagurabachi Chapter 85 brought me to tears. I have picture proof, and yes, I do take pictures when I cry. I am just a girl. The Kagurabachi girl. Of YouTube. This whole chapter is what we've been building up to for really this whole entire arc, but especially this past few chapters where we've been back with Samura and Chihiro. And this payoff was... it was beautiful. It was so perfect. Another 10 out of 10, of course. That should be my catchphrase at this point. We've got an elephant in the room moment. Like when Aruha came back at the way end of a chapter, I brought it up early in that video because there's no avoiding that. We've got another one of those this video. So, elephant in the room moment. My hat. I need to wash my hair. But there is another equally as important elephant in the room moment, which is Samura healing his eyes and seeing Iori. I really did not see healing his eyes coming in the moment at all, because I was so lost in the sauce of just everything going on this chapter. So I wasn't even thinking like, oh shit, is he gonna do the thing? Because it's been referenced before, and like, I mean, because obviously it implied like, yeah, like he can get his vision back, but he won't do it. He's not brave enough and like too stubborn to see other solutions, just like seeing with his actual eyes. This was implied even earlier in this chapter. I was too lost in the sauce. I didn't even think about it. And then it went to that last page and I was like, oh my god, I lost my whole mind. And I do have my reaction to that on recording.
Oh my god!
What? Oh my god, you're scaring me.
He opened his fucking eyes!
I'm actually crying.
I know. Someone call a medic though. Chihiro needs a medic. I know, that's beautiful. Aww.
So, there's that. And now let's take it back to the top, and we're gonna start with the beginning of this chapter. Samura using Suzaku to heal the sword. That dirty dog. You cheater, pumpkin eater, you, Samura. Call him Foxy from One Piece the way he's cheating. Call him my bestie's ex-boyfriend the way he's cheating. This should be against the rules. Hirohiko mentioned from Chihiro, it's never over. Big day for me. He fixed the crack, but won't open his eyes. He'd rather pretend not to see a path to live. Cook. Absolutely gagged. Like, is that not the most beautiful thing you've ever heard in your life? It's gotta be one of, surely. That pen was on fire. And then page 4 and 5, absolute cinema. And I love just the two of them. Me and my sister did sing Just the Two of Us when we got to that page. Just the two of us. Chihiro fighting with his eyes closed. Enough said. For real though, that panel is so cool. And also like, peak? Yeah, I think so. This whole debate reaching its final points. Peak. As long as you go on wielding the sword, the pain will always be there. You two don't need to be tormented by the past. Wow. Like I said earlier, everything has been building up to this final climax of this whole debate, argument. Really just Samura being stubborn and not wanting to accept that there is a plan where he can live, that is an option. Living is an option. And spoiler alert, he chooses to live. This isn't where this point was going, but now it is. 1, choosing to live, peak. We know my girl Nico Robin did the same. 2nd, same thing happened to another resident suicidal boy, Porcus the Ace. Except when he was like, I want to live. One Piece spoilers, by the way. Yeah. So will Samura get donuted? No, for real though, that is a little concerning. It's also peak, but hashtag nudising. And then this panel where Chihiro gets slashed again. I'm getting deja vu, and I'm sure Chihiro is too. Youch! A big youchers moment. A moment I loved very, very much was, from now on, live your own life. I already am. Cook his ass, Chihiro. Grill him. Yes! Even with the multiple injuries he has taken, his hand is fucked. His chest was just slashed open. He's fucked. He needs someone on the scene. We need to get a mage. We need a cleric. We need someone on site now. Somebody call an ambulance. Or Samura could heal him. Chihiro has been goated for the past, 85 chapters, but especially in this span of the Swordbearer assassination arc in, this last few chapters, he has been even extra goated. And this is just another perfect moment for Chihiro. Him standing up, gripping his sword again, proving a point. Homie just got slashed across the chest so bad, and he still stood up and was like, I am living my life, motherfucker. You tell him. Oh my gosh. And then this continues with Chihiro saying, I have a past I'd rather die than forget. And I love him saying this, but then it's showing Iori in the panel, even though it's Chihiro saying it. Because the parallel is being drawn there, obviously. And it's so good, specifically related to their fathers and their relationships with their fathers. Mainly that Chihiro is like, wow, I would rather die than lose my memories that I have with my dad. And Iori, who freshly regained her memories, it's not her saying it, but obviously drawing the same feeling that she would rather die than lose these newly gained memories that she has. And also, it has Chihiro early on in the chapter, it says the text with, I want to be a swordsmith like my dad, like we had last chapter. And then in this part of the chapter, we get Iori's words of, I want to be like you so I can protect everyone too. They both want to be like their dads. And I went to the grocery store today, but I forgot to buy honey. Fuck. Who's gonna get it for Hokuzono? Someone get on that, please. We need to send a cargo ship to Japan full of bees. Anyways, this parallel is amazing. I'm just hoping that they do not parallel in another way. Samura's probably gonna bite it, let's be real. But, imagine. Actually, let's not. You may say I'm a dreamer. Well, I'm singing a lot today. Vocals. I'm gonna write a Kagurabachi musical. I'm writing a Kagurabachi jukebox musical. Comment songs down below. And then, of course, we get Samura's ex-wife dead. She's back. Not actually, but he sees her in his head, right? And we get the, I'm counting on you to look after her, which is such a beautiful moment when it saw her again. And just, I love the just all white background, the little black specks, it's so good. It's so beautiful. And I heard that there was possibly a slight mistranslation here where it was a little more corny in English is what I was getting from these threads that weren't fully developed yet because the chapter just came out. I didn't find the dialogue to be clunky like some people were saying. That's not me judging. I made a really judgy face there. That's not me judging you if you did. I didn't find it to be clunky personally, but I don't know. It seemed fitting for the moment, I think. It's already corny. He's seeing a dead person. I don't know. I don't see what the problem is of a cringy dialogue, I guess, if you want to call it that. Because what else would a not actually there dead person say? I feel like that's a fitting thing for I don't know. It was beautiful though. I liked that moment a lot. And then we get the scene with Samura at the door and Iori crying. The scene is always referenced. It haunts Samura. And we learn that all along he did help her in this moment. He did end up opening that door. We never saw the end of that memory before, But then now we see that he did open that door and sit down with her and thank her for what she did. Like, that's already so good. Like, that is already, like, a good, like, emotional moment. And then, of course, we get Samura opening his eyes, seeing his daughter for, I think, the first time. And the way he says, like, it was, like, you've really grown, I think. Do I need to say it? I'll say peak, peak, peak. I'll say it. This chapter was so good. Not really much to analyze necessarily, just stuff to get excited about. I mean, I guess it's not really that exciting of content. We're just convincing this dilf not to kill himself, but we did it. Good job, Chihiro. Proud of him once again. Goated fucking protagonist of the century. I said it last video, and I've said it probably 40 million times before that. Chihiro is so cool. I love him so much. I'm wondering where we are going to pick up next chapter. I love me some Chihiro. I love me some Dilf Samura. However, it's been a little bit since we've been at the Kaminabi invasion, and then this has clearly wrapped up the fighting portion at least. So I'm wondering, do we get goated protagonist's bestie, perhaps? And my glorious, glorious goat Aruha, maybe? If not, I don't mind. At the same time, it might make sense to stay with Samura and Chihiro for at least, like, another half of a chapter so we can, like, give me, like, an Iori and Samura hug or something, you know? Like, I don't know. It's beautiful. They're so awesome. I botchied all over the place. We're botching everywhere. It's made a mess. All of my botching. I think that's all I have to say. Though I could talk about this chapter and just repeat that it's gorgeous and beautiful and stunning and perfect in every single way. Probably for 40 million years. Which I will do on a podcast. But treat this upcoming episode, at least this last third of it, which would be this chapter's content, treat it like those fights on TV with, like, the YouTubers. Because this whole video is disguised as a as a glow plasma call-out post, who implied in our podcast group chat that he was not crazy about this chapter. Anything less than crazy is unacceptable. And that goes for you too, the Summer Hikaru Died anime translation. You're not off the hook either. But anyways, Glow, if you are watching, which I'm not expecting you to, but if you are, get ready, start training, hit the gym, we're gonna box or something. So I only do cardio. Subscribe. Oh my gosh, subscribe. I was trapped in the Atlanta airport for like 14 hours total last week, so please subscribe. And my phone's still fucked. So I talked about that last video at the way end when I do this bit where I'm like, please subscribe, my misfortune. My car's fixed though. Yeah, my insurance is fucked. Please subscribe. Like and comment. Comments are my favorite, so please comment down below literally whatever you want to say. That's all I've got. Thank you so much for watching. We're singing. Oh my gosh, jukebox. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hirohiko Nation, do not falter. Do not falter. Shiba's so hot, by the way. Shiba's not a dilf, a milf. Is he a mother? I think so. Aruha Nation, don't falter. We already know he's alive, but he'll be back eventually. Haneo Nation, we're cooked. Samura's wife nation, Inori. You won. Is there a nation for her? There is now.